Good afternoon. It's Barbara. I'm late today. I'm going out, but I'm not going to be in the sun. We'll see if I'm warm enough. Good morning. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me for coffee. Dennis made me a cappuccino. Very late start for the day. I got zero sleep. No idea why. So I am not putting any expectations on today. We are going to go over and see Aura and talk to her about her new chairlift. Someone said that they didn't know what I was talking about, and I hadn't talked about it very much. Well, Aura was a young bride, and until Garland died almost 2 years ago, she had never lived alone. And I suspect she had never even stayed overnight in her house alone because she had kids, and in their early marriage, her mother was living in the upstairs apartment. So anyway, at the ripe old age of 89, now she's widowed and living by herself, and Garland's end of life was tiring, really tiring. And so there she was, by herself in her house. She could do whatever she wanted. She didn't have to answer to anybody. She didn't have to, she said, I can get up when I want. I can eat when I want. And she really enjoyed that aspect of her new life for quite a while. But she's an extrovert. And as you know, over the past 2 years, her mobility has gone down. And so she's not driving anymore under strict orders from her daughter-in-law. So she's starting to feel lonely in her house by herself. And as I said, her mobility is not so great. Her memory is not as good as it used to be. And it's starting to be worrying for her family and for herself to live by herself, and she's lonely. So I have always expected her to come and live with us. Dennis had always expected, because she was so much younger than his dad, he had always expected her to be widowed, and he always expected her to live with him. And so he and I both have had that expectation. The only reason we didn't do it sooner, or we were a little slower to execute this plan, is because we have two 90-pound dogs, and she is not very stable on her feet. She uses a walker in the house, and we were just concerned about her safety with the dogs, because they're very enthusiastic, and of course they love her to death. So, but we decided that the dogs will calm down when she lives here, and we can figure out a way to be comfortable in the house with her, with the dogs, and feel like she can be safe. So we've gone ahead and done that. And yesterday, but she can't do steps, and we live in a 2-story house. So we yesterday ordered a stair lift, which is like a little chair elevator going up the steps. So she will be able to go up and down the steps, and be able to live in her we're building a little bit of a small apartment-ish for her upstairs. We're gonna block the hall off so the dogs can't go in there, so she can go from room to room without worrying about being attacked by the dogs. So I have a big job ahead of me soon, because my craft room is going to be turned into a sitting room, so that we can all sit up there, and she has a place she can go and sit and watch her television and be comfy, and when she wants to be upstairs. That room will turn into the guest room, because we have a futon couch that we use now in the other guest room that she won't be living in. but it's always open as a queen size futon bed, and it's very comfortable, but it is actually a couch. And so for the time being, we're going to turn it back into a couch, and when we have company, overnight company, we'll make it into a bed. But that means I have to get out of my room. Pearl has her frisbee. I don't know if you could see that. I have to get all my stuff out of my room, get organized, and I'm taking over the other room. We have 4 bedrooms upstairs. So Aura gets one, there's going to be a sitting room, we have one, and then the other room will become my craft room. It's smaller, and so all my whole table isn't going to fit in there. I, in fact, have no idea how we're going to configure it. But, so I have to do my room, and I have to do it in the next few weeks. Right now, we're hoping to be able to have her come and live with us by the beginning of November. It's going to take a couple weeks to get the chair. It's going to take about a month before we can fix the bee situation in her room, in her ceiling, because we have to fix that before she comes. And it'll give her time to really think about what it means to move and whatever. So we're going over there today, show her the brochure for her stair lift, and start talking about working on the logistics, and it's more working on getting prepared mentally for her to come and stay with us. Well, live here. This will be her house. She's not visiting. She will be living here, and it will be her home. So that's the story. I don't always talk about everything. I know you find that hard to believe, but some things aren't just my story. But she'll be living here by the time Thanksgiving comes, and that'll be nice. And so you'll know all about it when it happens. So what the heck? So we're gonna go over there. That's the only plan I'm having, because no sleep. I'm drinking my gorgeous cappuccino that Dennis made me. I made some crackers yesterday. I made roasted red peppers, so Dennis is going to make Ivar today, or soon, maybe not today. And yeah, and then I feel like I wasted a lot of time on my phone. So more mental things to work out, but yeah. So anyway, that's the story. That's my day. Oh, and I'm going to my parents tomorrow. My uncle Bob is there, and so I'm looking forward to seeing him. I haven't seen him in ages and ages and ages and ages. He's my father's favorite brother. And he's coming from Oregon. And so I'm going to see him and my cousin Angela and my parents tomorrow. I'm just going to stop at Wegmans and pick up some lunch fixins. Head on in. Yeah. So there you go. So I'm leaving early, so I probably will not have a vlog tomorrow. So do not worry about me. If you do not see me tomorrow, it's because I left early and tried to get myself organized and get there as early as I could. So I will talk to you on Saturday. So please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.